Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 4. This time my cultural Swedish friends at Nuda have asked me to do a little rundown of the hottest, most sickening and not so sickening clubs in Berlin. Just one thing, Berlin since 2021 has declared all clubs to be cultural, yes, cultural institutions on par with museums. Yes, that is Berlin for you. Berghain has had that status for a long time. Oh, and I've just revealed where we are and where we're starting. We are starting here, the Big B. So yes, we are at the infamous Berghain queue. I'm just gonna say, so Berghain, obviously everyone always talks about it, everyone always talks about getting in. I'm gonna tell you my biggest hint because I've seen so many fucking annoying TikToks about getting into Berghain, what you should do. They're like, you need to wear all black. I'm sorry, they see past those all black looks. If you wear all black to Berghain, you are basic. I'm sorry. They see past it in a mile off. Your fishnets, your Carhartt black jumper, they see past that. They smell it out, they sniff it out. If you wear colours to Berghain, it shows that you have got the confidence to know you deserve to be in that place. Right, I'm going to show you literally what I did the other week. Yes, I normally have guest list. Yes, I do. But at this time, I didn't. But no, I wasn't going to wear all black because the thing is that guest list queue, if you're in the guest list queue in Berghain, you can really wear what you want. They're going to have some trouble. They might still say no, but really no. The guest list, you're secure. But all the all black everything basics stand in this queue with the fishnets, the Carhartt black jumpers. It's not going to work. So literally, this is what I did the other day. And I'll show you. So I literally had, I'm not going to put it up properly. He literally just smiled at me because I had the audacity to wear all green to Berghain. And then he said this, he goes, and there you go, I got in. So that's the thing. I'm just trying to say, do not wear all black to Berghain because you're not getting in. Or if you are getting in, it's probably because you're gay or lesbian or whatever. So everyone always says to me, oh, Berghain, so every time a straight person's like, oh yeah, it's crazy in there, it's crazy in there. Oh my gosh, sex everywhere. No, there's not. There's not sex everywhere in Berghain. Have you ever been to a gay sex club? There's sex everywhere there. In Berghain, there's not. I was there 3 weeks ago when I wore this green tracksuit, and all I saw was 2 straight couples having sex, and that was it. And that was it. And I was going top to bottom, not looking for sex, but I went top to bottom, different rooms or whatever, top to bottom. This is tea. They put their prices up. So much since the pandemic. It's now like 25, sometimes 30 euros to get in. It used to be like 15 or something when I first lived here. German doctors often prescribe like tea or like more holistic things for like when you're ill, which is probably quite good in a way. Sometimes a bit annoying when you just want some like codeine or something. But they should be prescribing 12 hours in Berghain because literally I know I have so many friends and they go to Berghain on a Sunday night and it's like a holistic reset of the week. They dance the night away. Yes, they do. And the thing is, I feel like doctors should prescribe 12 hours. There should be a guest list queue, there should be a normal queue, and there should be a prescription queue there. But let me tell you one more thing. Berghain, there is 2 parts of Berghain, obviously. There's Panorama, well, there's a few more, but the main one's Panorama Bar and Berghain itself, the main dance floor as you come in. But the thing is, like, I am a lyric person, and I'm not gonna lie, like, I can't, there's only so much techno I can deal with before I'm before I'm wanting the lyric. And then when I'm in there, there'll be like a techno song, like, boom, 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 boom. And in my mind, I'll be like, and I feel like I just woke up. In my mind, I'm trying to place lyrics to the song because I'm a lyric person. So after too long inside there, I can only do so much. So the thing is, that's why Panorama Bar's good. Panorama Bar, there's always a few lyrics. There's always a few lyrics in Panorama Bar up there. So it's 100% worth it to go to Panorama Bar and to feel the lyrics. And like, all my like little criticisms, it still obviously is like the best club in Berlin. But the problem is that since the pandemic, the queue for the guest list goes slower than the queue for the main. And the thing is, that's the reason why is because the guest list queue isn't just the guest list queue, it's also the re-entry queue. For all those sesh goblins that stay in Berghain for days at a time, not me, I just go for 12-hour boogie. Maybe that, to some people that would seem crazy anyway. But they basically recently come over me, they've just installed this new cash machine. And the thing is, it is perfect because before you had to go all the way to Ostbahnhof to get some cash. And that was not a vibe at all. So for all those session goblins, aka hard techno people, this is the new Berghain cash machine. Look. So these are the infamous Berghain stickers. They put them on your phone so you can't take photos and do videos. Let's be honest, babe, if someone wants to get a photo or video in there, they will just rip it off. It's not going to stop anyone, but it does have some sort of Foucauldian reinforcement of like power when you see it or whatever. Can people stop? Please stop. Please, leaving these on their fucking phone for weeks as a badge of honor. Like, people will come in and literally you'll see people around the streets at coffee shops. People just go to coffee shops and they have about 5 or 6 of these on their phone. It's a badge of honor. Babe, take their little Mac Guys €1 sticker off your phone. No one cares if you've been to Berghain. Hundreds of thousands of people have been to Berghain, let's be honest. Okay, so now we're at Suicide Circus, the least sickening club in Berlin. I'm sorry, it is one of the least sickening clubs in Berlin. No, Suicide Circus. But actually now it's just Suicide, not Suicide Circus. First of all, the name. I'm sorry, like, I'm not a woke warrior. I'm not triggered by anything. But it just sounds cheesy. Like, apparently it's actually named after a band, and it was in the 90s. That's what it's like named after. But I think they're trying to be like provocative. But babe, Suicide Circus, Suicide Club. It used to be called Suicide Circus. Now it's just called Suicide Club. They still have the SC, so they didn't have to change the branding. They just had to go Circus to Club, but not the German club because that's okay. It is riffraff. It's just a bit riffraffy. You know, it looks like a dump, to be fair. It absolutely looks like an absolute dump. I mean, just all these like marquees and this overgrown shrubbery and the bottles everywhere. This is a club for the provincial Germans and the tourists from America. This is where they congregate. People from Hanover and people from South Carolina. They come here and they mix and mingle or whatever. And they stand here and they're just like, yeah, they think they're the coolest people in the block because they go to Suicide Circus. Suicide Circus. No, now it's just Suicide Club. No circus. I'm sorry, they need to get a new identity. They need to door pick stronger, and they need to change their out. I don't recommend this place to go to. I really don't. Unless you get rejected from Berghain. Never have, never will. I don't. Getting rejected from Berghain is actually ego death, and it's good. I know some of the coolest people who've got rejected from Berghain, and that is a good thing. Every good person, my friend Katrice said this, every good person needs to be rejected from Berghain in their lives. This is the thing. So, yeah. It is what it is. It's here. It somehow survived since 1994. It's probably changed ownership a few times. Yeah, it is what it is. So, the front door is locked, so we're doing a little bit of a side preview. This is the infamous KitKat Club. This is mostly a open sort of sex club anyway. It's not just sex, obviously. The thing is, it's like Berlin clubs that are often very liberal, and they often do have a dark room. This one is very much like sex oriented in the sense that like you get a bag when you come in, and you get asked to take as many clothes off as you feel comfortable with. But bitch, they are watching you and making sure you take off all your clothes. No, they're not, but they are judging you, right? You do not go into KitKat wearing trousers or a t-shirt, like literally. So this is the thing, they are very like, get your kit off. Get your kit off. KitKat, get your kit off. Kit in the UK is like clothes, basically, British slang. So get your kit off at KitKat. So you go into KitKat, you come up here, you get door picked. You get picked here, they say yes or no. Have you been, warst du schon mal hier? Yeah, were you here before? Or like, asking you, oh, wer spielt heute Abend? Who's playing tonight? Or stuff like that. Well, like, it's typical Berlin door picking questions. If you look sickening, then normally, even if you fuck up the questions, you could just walk in anyway. Anyway, so it is quite a sickening club. It's like, I've only been a few times in my life. Yeah, there's different nights. There's gay nights. There's more like straight-oriented nights or like mixed nights or whatever. Like, you go in and like, there's like beds. There's these like weird beds everywhere. There's a pool. There's a pool in there. The pool is probably full of man juice and pussy juice or whatever. Just full of juices. trust me, you do not want to actually take a sip of that water inside you. You probably get an STI. So the second time I came here was with my friend, and we took our clothes off, went inside, and there's some man inside was so obsessed with her ass, she's his big bum, and he wanted to use her as an ass pillow. So he was like, yo, your ass is amazing. I want to use you as an ass pillow. Can I use you as an ass pillow? And then literally, she was like, okay, why not? So she literally went to these beds that are around. But beds, when I say beds, I don't mean like beds with duvets. I mean like gym mats. They're like beds, like, but they have the mattress is like a gym mat. Obviously for people to have sexual intercourse on. But he's like, can I use your ass? Please, I'll buy you drinks. So he brought me and her drinks. And all she had to do is like literally lie in the bed like that, with her bum like that in the air. Maybe my bum does not look as good as hers or as big as hers. And then he literally just lies like this for 10 minutes, drinking his drink and using her as an ass pillow. Must have been a fetish. Never heard of an ass pillow fetish, but I'm sure because she has such a big bum, it's very cushiony. That's a bit awkward. I was just sat there drinking my drink on my phone. I do recommend it. I do. You can't go to Berlin and not go to KitKat. It's been here since 2004, I think. It's definitely an institution club as well. I'm only showing you that. I'm not showing you the riff-raff part of Suicide Circus. I'm not showing you the riff-raff clubs. I'm going to show you clubs that actually mean something to this city. I tell you that. And I just want to talk about the etymology of the word KitKat, because the owners say there are a couple who I think they want a more sexual liberated club. Hence the reason why KitKat has beds everywhere and it's very sex-oriented. But they were like, oh, we were inspired by the hit film, the 1960 hit film Cabaret with Liza Minnelli, because in it, Liza Minnelli plays Sally Bowles, and Sally Bowles performed at the KitKat Club. Hence, it's called KitKat. But I know the real reason. I'm not joking. Literally, in my opinion, they rented the club and they spoke to each other and thought, fuck, what are we going to call the club? What are we going to call it? I don't know what we're going to call it. But I'll tell you what they did. They went to the Späti, the off-license over there to get a beer, and they saw this. They saw this chocolate bar called KitKat, and they thought, fuck it, KitKat, that's alliteration. That's a nice name. That looks very German with the K and the K. Let's just do that. Let's have a KitKat. So there you go. That's how, in my opinion, just no legal claims here, that's how the club of KitKat got its name. So I'll show you the two last places. They're just round the corner, so let's go. Okay, so we are at now Tresor, which is in Kreuzberg. Tresor is another super club, right? Tresor is, suppose it sounds like a mint. Pass me a Tresor, just like fucking KitKat. Sounds like something that you found in the Späti. It's big inside, as you can imagine. It's not. It's not sex oriented. It's not. Like, let's be honest. And to be honest, it's not the place. It's not. They have a Heron Solo night, which is different, but the usual nights here. Absolute riff-raff. I wouldn't come here really to save the world. No, that's a bit harsh. Tresor has positives, sound system's great, and like if it's a good night, like Heron Solo night, then it's probably a great party. But the thing is, on a normal night, the milieu of people that it attracts is always just like kind of like Berghain rejects a bit. It's big, chill toilet room policy. We all know what that means. That's all I'm saying. She knows, that's all it was. Most clubs in Berlin, if you're going to the toilet with a friend, I'm not saying to do what, but if you want to go to the toilet with your friend and help them wipe their bum, help them with their tampon, whatever, if you go to the toilet with your friends, the clubs, they don't care. And that's a good thing about Berlin. You're left to your own devices inside the cubicles. Now, I don't know why you need that, but if you need to help your friend change, you need to help your friend with a tampon, you need to help wipe your friend's bum, then they're not gonna say anything. Not Tresor, not KitKat, not Berghain, not Suicide Circus. They will leave you to your own devices, which is great. You know, and even if there's 8 of you that need to help you wipe your friend's bum, and 8 people come out of a tiny little cubicle, they don't mind. They don't mind. They understand. So, stragglers. Stragglers are a type of person. They are a Berlin stereotype. They're people who will jump the queue after 2 hours and they have no shame in doing it, right? Stragglers are people who literally you haven't seen them or spoken to them in about 2 years. And if you're queuing, so say I'm queuing here, this is me queuing, I've guessed this queue properly, they will come up to you, this is a straggler. The straggler will be like, oh my gosh, Nikki, I haven't seen you in ages. Oh babe, how are you? And they'll be like suddenly touching and trying to enmesh themselves with you. And just to jump the queue, they're just straggling on. They're straggling on again. Another day of a straggler. Stragglers are also social climbers. So stragglers will straggle onto groups of people if they think that group is cooler, or if they think that group can get them more in terms of their industry weight. So if they think, oh, that person can get me somewhere, then they'll be struggling onto that group or that person no matter what. So anyway, so I've obviously said that Tresor isn't like the coolest. It's still an institution. It's still worth a visit, but the milieu of people is going to be riffraff. Let's be honest. But there is a little secret. Follow me. There's a secret club. We are now trespassing. I love it. A secret little club. It's not that secret, come on. But it's a smaller club. It's called Om. It's in the same compound. It's called Om. After Omstrasse. Look at me at the etymology today. After Omstrasse, which is just there, right? So this is Om. I totally recommend this place, right? So one time I came with my friends. So there's 5 of us. We didn't care about being a group of 5. We know we can get in. So the door picker was like, tell me why you should get in, to my friend Gillis. And Gillis was like, I'm Algerian, he's Iranian, he's gay to me, she's a woman. And then they were like, okay, come in. Literally, that's it. But that's it about Berlin. You need to use any oppressed social characteristic that you have, or marginalized social characteristic you have to get into that club. Because the thing is, they don't want some white straight bro. They don't. If you're a white straight bro in Berlin, you're down here. You're down here. If you're the opposite of that, you're up here. And that's a good thing about Berlin. That's why we love it. It's a sort of paradise, you know? And to be honest with you, that's like Berlin's beauty. It's probably why I live here and why so many people have lived here for so long. Is that you really feel like it's a place that you can be yourself. And where the cultural institutions, aka the clubs, value it. So so you go inside, it's small-ish for a club in Berlin, very small for a club in Berlin. Tiled, gives the sort of Dobson Superstore tiled vibes. And it's got a huge bar, you never wait. The bar staff are nice and easy. The music's good. There's sometimes trouble. There's sometimes some trouble in there, but it's like in terms of annoying people. But it's generally a good place to be. And this is the thing. I just want to end the video by saying, really, this is why Berlin's so beautiful. Berlin's so beautiful because it's a place where if you aren't a rich white straight guy and you're something else, you're gay, you're POC, you're from a working class background, like it's a place where you actually are valued. And it's a place where clubs actually value you. And they don't want the heteronormative, nuclear, straight, rich, white society in there. I was just in the UK on Friday and we went to some bar/club. It was awful. I felt so unsafe. There was just macho displays of masculinity everywhere. There was no queerness. It was not diverse, really. And I just felt so uncomfortable. And I realized that's because I've lived in this like grand, beautiful city for like 4 years now. It's definitely a place to visit and to have fun in. So there you go. There's my video. Hope you enjoyed. And to all of the readers of Nuda, the Swedish cultural publication, we kiss.